Ian McGillivray is dead serious about farm safety. Based at Tikawiti's Wintec campus, his job is to tutor both aspiring young farmers as well as seasoned pros about safe quad bike riding. Ian says many inexperienced people make the mistake of thinking because they look solid and go fast, they're easy to use.
It's really easy to go fast, they're really easy to ride. So it gives a real sense of safety, when in fact what you're doing is driving yourself into a completely unsafe situation.
As a tool, quad bikes have been widely used on New Zealand farms for nearly 40 years. During that time, they have replaced the horse as our farmers' favoured mode of transportation. Blue Wing Honda CEO Bob Boniface says safe ATV use is as simple as applying common sense.
The way I explain it is the ATV has replaced the horse, and you wouldn't consider doing those things with a horse, but equally you wouldn't consider putting a toddler on a horse or putting someone who is inexperienced and having them ride down a gully or racing a horse around without a helmet. Those three things are essentially what ATVs are all about, and if you observe those same rules, that pretty much eliminates all the accidents.
Most serious injuries on quad bikes occur when the vehicle rolls onto its driver, leading to safety features such as rollover protection systems, or ROPS. Quad Bar CEO Dave Robertson says bike manufacturers are turning a blind eye to products like his and ignoring what he says are damning statistics.
Certainly at the moment, our biggest problem is the motorcycle manufacturers are vehemently opposed to the concept of rollover protection, and for no particular reason apart from they say that they've done some research. The research is quite appalling, really. They should be really seriously having a look at the amount of deaths and injuries that are caused by the machines they sell, and take on board some of these recommendations of coroners. I know that the Department of Labour are seriously having a look at the issue. There's a Trans-Tasman working group at the moment, both here and in Australia, that are having a look at quad bike safety.
Federated Farmers Rural Safety spokesperson Donald Aubrey says any safety method would need independent academic research to prove its value before they would endorse it.
The worst thing that we can have is a situation where a protection system on a quad bike actually increases level of injury, and that is a possibility. So we want to make sure that anything that we seek in respect of quad bike safety helps people and doesn't hurt them.
And Bob Boniface believes the research all points away from ROPs as the answer.
The manufacturers of these are very concerned about this, particularly in the USA, and they've done exhaustive tests with every sort of rollover protection and tying people in. They almost universally result in more damage to the people than they would get by simply bailing off the machine when it gets into an accident situation. The trick is to have the training to know how to avoid getting into the accident situation.
Most industry experts point to good education and awareness of the terrain as the most effective accident prevention methods. Ian McGillivray says too many accidents are the result of farmers just switching off mentally.
You're not just purely riding an ATV, you're working. You're in a constantly changing environment. If we ride our ATV for recreation, we focus on where we're going and how we're doing it. But when we ride an ATV on the farm, we're looking at the stock, we're checking the water trough, we're thinking about what we have to do next. The last thing on our focus is what we are doing now, which is riding the bike, and what's immediately in front of us down here, which is the potential hazard.
Last year there were around 200,000 ACC injury claims related to quad bike usage, the vast majority of those on farms. Bob Boniface says his company encourages anyone buying a new ATV to first undergo a thorough safety course and always wear a helmet, something most farmers don't do.
We encourage training, we give it away with everyone in terms of a voucher, and we would encourage even seasoned people to learn to ride the latest ATVs and to learn the latest tricks about how to ride them safely.
And as a new range of bikes is released and models get heavier and more powerful, the focus on safety will be more explicit than ever. Drew Chappell, Country 99 TV News.